So, I went through the original comment that got us into this whole mess. Now it's time to analyze the results. Let's start off with the best place to start off, the Kiwi Farms. The Kiwi Farms were surprisingly lax on this. The most I heard was someone saying that it took 2 weeks to make the video, and that was kind of pathetic. Because you see, whenever Lily Peet wants to make a video, she spends all of the time it takes to make that video working on that video. She doesn't do anything else. She's actually a robot, little known fact. But aside from that, most of it was mainly discussing the FNGR situation and how something about the Big Bang Theory or something. I also checked E4B, didn't find much there either. I found the video, and then something tells me I have a bad feeling about this. They did link to another post, though, so maybe that will contain some information. Okay, so it's a question and answer post from before the video came out. Basically, Amigatoku asks, seems Pete has gotten more lazier. More lazier! That's not how it... and pathetic than usual, as now 2 glass of water videos have no clever like titles to them anymore. Instead being so straight to the point, you can avoid the video cause the title tells you how stupid and boring they'll be. Because no older glass of water videos did that? I mean, videos have done that before in Glass of Water, like Audience is the Problem was about the audience being the problem. Collab Conundrum was about collabs in the brony community. Grandmother of Grimdark was about Grimdark in the brony community, well, particularly cupcakes. Which was one of the first Grimdark stories in the community, if I remember correctly. There's also the fact you're complaining about basically less than nothing, but, you know. Also, the last 2 Glass of Waters before this post, or before You're Wrong and That's Okay, were 70 times 7, which was about Sunset Shimmer and Starlight Glimmer, and Discord Princess, which was about KP. How are those titles related to the... How is it easy to tell what those videos are going to be about from those titles? Is there something I'm missing? Is it an in-joke I don't get? Bismuth as usual, I'll give you. But let's go... Gilded Key, it's about Kingdom Hearts again. Not familiar enough with Kingdom Hearts to make us to really say for sure. Trope versus Ida Davis, yeah, that's what the video was about. Overcooked was about Steven Universe, so I'd argue no. Artist Meltdown Story was about exactly that. That's for the last 3 months of videos. This isn't a new thing is what I'm getting at. And if anything, the titles have gotten more cryptic over time, not the other way around. That's ignoring the fact this is on the level of she doesn't even smile like a white person. In terms of importance to, well, anything. By the way, this is a post about a specific video. Which one, I am not sure because they never tell you. So, yeah. Very good at informing your audience, E4B. And then they go on to talk about something completely irrelevant. About how Lily Peet was mean to someone in a comment section once. I'm not making this up. Link in the description if you do not believe me. Next place up is Foxwell, aka Night Tie-Dye, who made a sequel to his Foxy Thoughts series entitled simply Foxy Thoughts Volume 2. This man is just, wow. Also, I could talk about his little feud with Mad Plushie, but that's neither here or there. That might be somewhere else, though, foreshadowing. He briefly mentioned "you're wrong and that's okay," in which he calls the video 2 years old, which isn't true. It's 2 weeks old at the time Lily Peet made the video. The video Voice of Reason was talking about in his top 10 list was about 3 years old. However, that video itself that Lily was responding to wasn't. He then talks about how his side always encourages discussion while Lily Peet doesn't. Which makes sense. I mean, take for example Sega's sister. Let's look at her Twitter right now. Oh yeah, I'm blocked by Sega's sister. Whoops. In fact, when me, Faith Meliminus, and Shelly D all called her out on her nonsense, and we'll get more into her nonsense a bit later in the video, so don't worry. All 3 of us were blocked by her. So it wasn't just me because I'm Ephrom, it was also Meliminus and Shelly D. He also talks about the totally rational blocked by Lily Peet badge Doggy Crimson, who's actually a pretty good artist made. This, of course, was due to Lily using block bots, which I do disagree with. And how does Foxwell know this? Because of me. I like how I am now a credible source on this one particular thing. Foxwell, the man who has hated me since, let's see, at least 10 months ago, and has called me a bad source, and has called me an idiot on multiple occasions, now all of a sudden considers me credible because I said something that confirms his views. Just stop and think about that for a moment. Also, this is a little off topic, but the video he refers to is Sharpwit the Hypocrite, which wasn't even fully about that topic. So, okay, Foxwell. The last thing Foxwell mentions in this video is what I want to talk about. He mentions someone by the name of Sega Sister, who is Voice of Reason's girlfriend, and responded to Lily Peet's video. This is where we'll be spending the rest of the video, by the way, criticizing her post because it's something. It's just something. You hypocrite! I'm only watching and commenting on this video because this is mainly about my significant other. Because that's how rational people think. They defend their significant others at every chance they get, even when they're doing something that is clearly stupid. Before the opening credits roll, I'm angry. The only thing before the opening credits was a George Carlin clip. Self-credited delusions? Yeah, that seems to fit you more than it does me. You've deluded yourself with your echo chamber and your disabled like-dislike bar and removal of your comments. Lily Peet would still see both of those, though. It would only be her audience that wouldn't, so that'd be a really bad way to be in an echo chamber. Sure, trash talk me for white knighting my boyfriend. Wait, you're actually admitting to white knighting? Okay, then. Someone who I've known intimately for 3 years now, and that means he's right 100% of the time. And then give the stranger who do the same to you a pat on the back because I deserve to be criticized for defending my boyfriend. Now you're getting it. Then your followers deserve to be criticized for defending someone who they've never spoken to, let alone had a conversation with beyond YouTube comments. Because that's how you know someone is correct. You have to be friends with someone and have at least, I don't know, an hour of conversation with them in order to make sure they're correct on absolutely everything. And this wasn't even on Voice of Reason himself, but on someone who commented on a video comment on this video from 3 years ago who voice just so happened to agree with, wait a minute, if that's the case, then why is Lily Peet criticizing Voice of Reason in this case? You just contradicted yourself. Not only that, but the comment couldn't have been any more than 10 months old, because that's how old Basebreaker, the video that's being referred to, is. You moron! And I agree with Q. Form your own opinion. Well, my opinion is Lily Peet is right. Am I allowed to have that? Oh, wait, no. Don't take someone else's word as law of the great imaginary friend in the sky. And the commenter's claim that you don't let people speak their opinion is 100% correct, as opposed to me, who lets them speak, then criticizes them, because they're criticizing my boyfriend while criticizing someone else, apparently, since it was just a comment that he happened to agree with. What? Seriously, what was that? And the commenter's claim, I thought it was just a commenter's claim. Now it is Voice's claim too. Make up your mind! That you don't let people speak their opinion is 100% correct. If you did, you wouldn't be removing comments because they proved you wrong and would have the like and dislike bar enabled so people could show you how much they agree. Or, God forbid, disagree with you. Okay. They can still show their disapproval. The comment will be deleted, but Lily Peet will still see it. That's the thing you're not realizing. Lily Peet's still going to see the comment. And even then, you have the right to free speech, but you don't have the right to an audience. So please give me your point, is what I'm asking. You never told people they're not allowed to have their own opinion. Citation, please. But you sure implied it in the form of your actions. It's the attitude of giving your opinion in a public setting, and then expecting no one to make an actual rebuttal. You clearly don't, otherwise those rebuttals would be visible. Now would they? Yes! Lily Peet is making all rebuttals invisible, as I can see by this clearly visible rebuttal you posted on Tumblr. I don't get you! Now, if this quote sounds familiar, go watch this video again. What video? What video? You didn't say what video. You see, usually when people say this video, they follow it up with a link to a video. If you mean a specific video, you could have said Voice's video, or Lily's video, or somebody's video. But you didn't. You were just non-specific. I wonder why. She then talks about political discussion with her family, most of which are Trump supporters. And it has some weird lines that I just have to discuss real quick. I don't try to censor my family's views. Well, how do you censor the views of someone in real life? When they're talking, you just go beep over them or something. Then there's this line. Besides, remember who the target audience of this show is. Young girls, barely preteens. Funny since you recognize this in your video guard break, but then say that your opinion's not as thought out. Like that of a typical young girls, aren't worthy. They're not expected to elaborate on their opinions because they are kids. Lily Peet was not talking about kids, though. She was talking about adults, mainly those who make analysis videos. Like your boyfriend, Voice of Reason. Oh, wait a second. So are you saying in that sentence that you consider your boyfriend's intelligence to be on the level of that of a barely preteen girl? I don't think I need to go on. She also said, I'm skipping around a lot because a lot of it really isn't even worth talking about. Link in the description if you think I'm taking things out of context or something. You are part of the problem as to why bronies aren't taken seriously. They're taken perfectly seriously in modern society. But okay. Sega's sister then compares Lily Peet to Stephanie Myers, because apparently this is still 2008. Sega's sister then compares Lily Peet to Quibble Pants, I guess. It's just all one big blur at this point. Like, all of these people are just blending together. Like, am I the only one who's noticing this? Seriously, almost all of these people have basically the same arguments. And 9 times out of 10, heck, 99 times out of 100, no, that's not even good enough. 999 times out of 1,000, none of their arguments make any sense. Sega's sister then says she used to be subscribed to Lily, but then became weary after the Anime Christie drama, which is odd because I recall her saying that's what made her lose her respect for Lily. In fact, we covered that on this channel! And that this was the final straw, not just because she trashed Sega's sister's boyfriend, but because Lily Peet became the thing she hates the most. Lars! Starlight Glimmer! I don't get you people. Starlight's super controlling nature to the point of figurative mind roofies in the form of quibbles dialogue. What does that sentence even mean? Let me just reread it real quick. Starlight's super-controlling nature, to the point of figurative mind roofies in the form of Quibble's dialogue, still doesn't make any sense. Still does not make any sense. That was not a coherent sentence. We then get this little gem. And changing your opinions to be right, I guess, is okay, too. It's not like people use conflicting opinions on Trump from Obama years ago to say, see, Obama is wrong. He secretly likes Trump. Yes, opinions can change over time, which is what Lily Peet was referring to. You moron. But it gets fishy when your opinions just so happen to change because it's considered wrong. Like, all those times Lily Peet changed her opinion because the entire brony community was saying she was wrong, like on Anime Crit. No. Starlight Glimmer. Oh, no, that doesn't work either. Do I need to go on? She then says Lily violated her principle of referring to transgenders as what they want to be called and her no swear principle, even though it's not a principle. If you violate it, that's not how principles work. That's like me walking up to someone and saying, listen, I usually have a no mugging principle, but you're the exception and then I mug them. I'd look like an idiot, because that would be idiotic. You idiot. And as an added bonus, I've also put a spin on your favorite hashtag. Hashtag earn that respect, Jerry, in all caps. I just have to end by saying this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how rational do you consider yourself? Also, I'd like to point out, Anime Christie was the first one who liked this post. Just, I think that sums up life. Anyway, I'm Ephrom, and good night.